Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and man, we are back today with an exciting video, finally starting off the legendary nodes here in Dark Dimension 6. So I haven't upgraded all my characters yet, but we're going to be doing that live on video here, and as well going through the first attack here to see how we do with my team synergy. But yeah, I've been doing this free to play. It all started with Baby Apocalypse, going through the motions, and then for me strategically mapping out that we don't necessarily need Big Boy Apocalypse to get this far, and now here we go. We're going to be seeing what that impact's going to be like, but first and foremost, we have to get through the legendary section that excludes the Horseman and Apocalypse. So another thing too, for anyone that's kind of doubting my genuine use of the account, I just want to showcase for you guys again, I built up all my resources honestly, and I did not actually put any money into the game in getting these resources. So this is an amazing strike pass. I know this is insane value, definitely would have helped me in my progression, but it just so happens that this is the same week that I actually got the materials I needed. So I mean, maybe this could have been a possibility for me to utilize, but now I don't need it just because I was able to farm everything I needed. So but again, huge value here if you guys are interested in the strike pass. They've been doing better and better with these releases and releasing more of this gear. One of the best offers in the game without a doubt. So guys, just as a quick recap, the 5 characters I am planning to bring in for this section is Omega Red, Nova, Shuri, Phoenix, and then lastly, I am also bringing in, oh wait, don't have them start here actually, Black Cat. So she should have been actually up there in the top list. She's already been upgraded. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be doing this live on the video here, guys. So I haven't done the upgrades, but like I said, hopefully we have everything we have already in the Dark Dimension 6 planner. Amazing resource. We are gonna be bringing all of our characters now up to gear tier 18, and then going forward with the attack here. So we got Nova here, and he's going to be great now, bringing him to this ultimate level here, especially for the Black Cat trials. Absolutely huge. And this is, I don't recall Dark Dimensions in the past being this, strategic and planning, but I mean, this has been quite a journey just to get all these characters to these levels, even planning strategically, how much traits and materials you can bring in, so that way you're not going to be coinciding and bottlenecking yourself, right? 5.47 million gold there, and we're still doing pretty good. We just have to bring Phoenix up now too. So awesome stuff. I mean, I haven't used Phoenix since Dark Dimension 3 and Dark Dimension 4, so great to see if she's gonna have value again. We'll definitely be upping our ISO 8 as well. But yeah, that's the 5 right there, guys. We are ready to go here. All G18 of all these characters here are ready to go. So and before I get started here as well, let's just check where we're kind of ranking right now before we get started. I know this has dropped off quite a bit since we've been waiting a couple weeks for farming these resources, right? But before, I was in the top 1,000, and let's see where we are now. We're 1254 right now, so folks have definitely been getting through it, but definitely would be awesome if we can still get in that top 2,000 range by finishing. So let's get this party started. Now, with both Phoenix and Shuri being weaker characters on my team, it does make sense for them to be in the corners of each other, and I think Black Cat actually has the best survivability, so that's why I put her in the middle. And that's how you should be trying to place your characters if you're able to. Really want to be mindful of the damage, right? So we start things off with Shuri's special here to give ourselves defense up as well, also granting energy. It's unfortunate Phoenix was ability blocked here, but it would have been nice ideally to use your special to cleanse everything from our team, but that's all right. I can see where the challenge with this node initially is, because it starts off with the Bishop Taunt, and there's quite a few damage dealers, as you can see. There's a mixture here of this Uncanny X-Men. We got some Infinity War aspects here, but as well, the Infinity Watch aspects here as well, and then Underworld mixed up. So I recommend ability blocking Phyla-Vell, which I did right there. If you do so, it does prevent her from using a cleanse. And then finally now we get Phoenix actually activating her Dark Phoenix mode. So this is where we can do a lot more damage with her. But yeah, it's unfortunate that she's so squishy. She's so stat crept, unfortunately, right? It is what it is, though. We got to make do what we got. At least she can still do some really meaningful damage. So the targets I want to be aiming for really is the supporting cast characters that do have cleanse. So I think Phyla-Vell is a good one. Bishop can do a lot of damage in this wave, as well as Mr. Negative. All of them really synergizing extremely well together. So I think a big one for this team anyways is having Nova with his ultimate. He's going to give us that supportive capability with the barrier and heal when combined with Shuri. So one thing I do like about bringing Shuri is the fact that she does have deflex when our HP goes down, as you see right there. So boom, that does clean up the first wave there, and we're looking pretty good. Philovel is close to being taken down, Mr. Negative's down, and as well Bishop has been taken care of. So in a pretty good spot here. Checking the maps online, and a couple more enemies drop here, there is going to be the spawning of another wave. So, you know, you just really have to kind of pick your poison at this point. I opted to aim for these Infinity Watch characters just because of the fact that they have really good synergy, and I do believe there's more of them coming in the later waves. So we just want to be mindful of it. Did not see the Philovel actually in that back corner using the cleanse there. So ideally, if I could go back, I probably would have tried to control it, but you can see here, no harm, no foul. It didn't really result in any significant damage to us. We just have to make sure we're being careful with how we're kind of managing these waves. So it does get scary at times, as you can see here. Phoenix getting the bleeds, and thankfully though, we have Nova's aura background in terms of his effect, being able to give us that battlefield effect to help us out with HP, but as well Shuri also having HP and sustain. So thankfully she is the ISO 8 healer, and that helps us out a little bit. And yeah, like I said, we want to be mindful of which enemies to take down, because I do believe there is another wave that drops here pretty quickly. So want to be smart about this. But yeah, you can see these guys, once we get to this mixture here with 7 enemies down, they are a little bit tankier. Ideally, I should have been focusing Barazimo, but I mean, the Philovel Moondragon combo is just very devastating. As you can see, they have really good synergy together, and Crossbones having the taunt also helps them a lot too, right? He's mitigating damage. So thankfully though, we are getting some pretty decent energy back from Shuri, defense up from Shuri, as well as the deflex. So I mean, everything kind of helps out. I was surprised that I didn't get taken down here. Phoenix has been, you know, riding that low HP for a pretty persistent amount of time. So you can see here, she's still pretty low, but somehow she's still able to hang on. And now we're in a good spot. 4 enemies remaining, and we can, you know, again, Phoenix hanging on. I don't know how she's just ignoring death right now. It's pretty cool. I was surprised because I was gonna, you know, reset obviously, but with ISO 8 healers, it does help out a bit. Again, I hope they give her some much needed love, but you can see we're doing pretty good on that left side now. The bleeds from Black Cat does absolutely amazing work, and you really want to be strategic with when you use your special, because of the fact that it can do a trauma plus a stun. So all the bleeds really do add up over time, and that's pretty much how we're going to be taking these enemies wave by wave, slowly but surely, right? So finally, another wave does spawn here, which is what I was expecting with Bishop and Jubilee. Still synergizing with that Kate Bishop, so excuse me, that Kitty Pryde in that bottom right corner. So something you want to be mindful of, maybe taking down Kitty Pryde earlier rather than later. But yeah, now she has the synergy. I was more so focused on taking down the Infinity Watch characters just because they had such good synergy with the cleansing and the healing. Definitely something we want to be mindful of, right? But surprisingly did pretty good. So yeah, we're doing really good here. We're gonna focus and just clean up now. I love Omega Red's damage. The fact that he's a crowd controlling machine, and as you can see, he's been doing really good work combined with Black Cat's damage with the bleeds, supportive capabilities from both Nova and Shuri, and you really do want to be smart. So there is a reason I started conserving some abilities. You'll see that at this point I'm being pretty conservative with what I do here, unless it's like defense up for protection, because I've played this a couple times, and based on what I've researched as well, this next wave that does come, it's meant to fail. So they're going to be bursting a lot of damage on us, and I wanted to make sure that our characters had a decent amount of cooldowns, assuming they're all going to be taken down. So you will see that, but at this point, if you're similar to where I am right now, this is where I would kind of start saving some abilities, especially like the big cooldowns like Nova. You know, Phoenix, not a big deal because her abilities are going to reset when she comes back online in the next attempt, but Omega Red, longer cooldowns like Black Cat and Nova, you do want to be mindful of that. Shuri's okay because of the fact that she does have pretty low energy cooldowns, but yeah, Black Cat and Nova are probably the two you want to be conservative here. And this is the wave I'm talking about. Spawning at 16 out of 29 enemies remaining. I wanted to see what this was all about, so I went ahead. I'm just gonna, you know, poke the bear a little bit, and I want to see if I can get any momentum going. So I start things off with Black Cat's special here, right? Just to see if I can at least slow things down, especially Falcon giving speed up and so forth. But this is kind of where it starts. We were able to get the stun on Falcon, and that's pretty much all we can do. Like you'll see here, I'm gonna go ahead, use my abilities, and then they're all gonna get their turn, and it's slowly but surely, this is how we actually go down. So yeah, I don't know. If I could go back, I probably should have just saved the special for Black Cat, but I don't think it's gonna hopefully cause too much harm in the next attempt when I do it. Hopefully I don't need it, but I have you know, both of Nova's abilities. We got Shuri's defense up and special, so this is kind of what I was referring to, right? The only thing that the team did not use was Falcon's special here, so you're just waiting at this point for them to kind of burst you down, because with Dark Dimension, speed is the name of the game, and they all had their turns essentially queued up, so you can see they're just, it's basically meant for failure unless you're set up in the most perfect situation with the right amount of teams or some sort of turn manipulation. But yeah, that's it right there, guys. That's the first attempt. So yeah, it took me a few tries to get it right, but I'm pretty happy with this first attempt, and we were able to take down half the node. So super happy. This damage is pretty meaningful, 76.59 million. But yeah, there you guys go. I'll keep you guys up to date as I make these videos, but super excited. Thank you so much for following along, and I'm so happy that I can finally start attacking these nodes again. Thank you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.